the 10th of May 2026, Sunday morning. A continue reading from the Common Buddhist Text, Guidance and Insight from the Buddha, Chief Editor, Dr. Mahadhamma Kosajan. We are in chapter 6 of the Buddhist path and its practice. We previously covered the Theravada tradition perspective and the Mahayana tradition perspective. We are currently in the Vajrayana tradition perspective. We left off on greatest stages of the path. I want to be excused today if I clear my throat or cough often. I am currently under the weather. This is day 4, day 5. Graded stages of the path, chapter 6. The abbreviated points of the graded path. This passage is an example of the greatest stages of the path literature developed in Tibet based on Astista model text. The spiritual founder of the Gelugpa school. It is one of the most concise formulations of the path to awakening. The sections presented here are the ones dealing with the path of the superior person. This path of superior person here in context is called a bodhisattva. A person taking the vow to continue their training to the 10 perfections, or in this case, 6 perfections. Paramis is called in Pali language. The awakening mind. Arousing the awakening mind is the central plank of the supreme vehicle. The basis and support for vast bodhisattva conduct, turning everything into 2 accumulations of karmic benefit and knowledge. Like gold making elixir, it is the treasure of karmic benefit, amassing countless wholesome actions. Having understood that, heroic princes are the victorious ones, uphold the precious supreme mind as their innermost practice. I, the yogi, have practiced in this and that way. You who aspire for liberation should also do likewise. Concerning the 6 perfections, generosity is the precious jewel fulfilling the wishes of wandering beings, and at the best weapon to cut off the knot of avarice. This bodhisattva deed gives rise to undaunted courage, which will spread one's fame throughout the 10 directions. Having understood that, the wise always adhere to the supreme path of renouncing their bodies, possessions, and karmic benefits. I, the yogi, have practiced it in that way. The water of ethical discipline can wash off the defilements caused by your wrongdoings. It is cooling moonlight to the scorching heat of the defilements. Magnificent among beings, like the highest mountain, one who has discipline makes everyone bow down to him without the use of force. Having understood that, sublime beings guard the rules of ethical discipline they have adopted as they would their eyes. I, the yogi, have practiced in that way. Patience is the finest ornament worn by those having strength and the best way to endure the hard torment of defilements. It is that the best way to endure the hard torment of defilements It is a garuda, preying on your enemy, the snake of hatred, and the best armor to wear against harsh words from others. Having understood that, the wise one dons the armor of supreme patience and practices in every possible way. I, the yogi, have practiced it in that way. If you don't, if you don the armor of unflinching vigor, your understanding and good qualities will grow like the waxing moon. All your actions will become meaningful, and you will be able to accomplish whatever you start doing just as you wish. Having understood that, princes of the victorious one preserve a great deal to eliminate laziness. I, the yogi, have practiced it in that way. Meditative absorption jhana is like the king wielding power over the mind. When settled, it is immovable, like the king of the mountains. When applied, it engages with wholesome objectives, inducing the great bliss of serviceable body and mind. Having understood that, powerful yogis always practice meditative absorption jhana to subdue inimical distractions. I, the yogi, have practiced it in that way. With the eyes of excellent wisdom, you can see things as they truly are. It is the only way to eradicate the process of becoming. From the root, wisdom is the best quality extolled by Gautama Buddha in the Tipitaka. It is known as the supreme lamp, dispelling the darkness of delusion. Having understood that, the wise who aspire for liberation make much effort to develop wisdom. I, the yogi, have practiced it in that way. Dealing with samatha, unification of calming abiding, or vipassana, the special insight, concentration. Do not consider mere one-pointed concentration powerful enough to cut off the root of samsara vata. However much you exercise wisdom, you will not be able to counteract the defilements without the path of samatha, calming abiding, and its concentration. But if your wisdom, which decisively understands the nature of things, is mounted on the horse of unwavering samatha, calm abiding, then with the sharp weapon of middle way, majjhima patipata, reasoning, you can destroy all conceptual supports of extreme views. Through your vast wisdom, capable of proper analysis, you can enhance your intelligence of realizing ultimate reality. I, the yogi, have practiced it in that way. Cultivating one-pointedness, concentration, you will attain meditative absorption jhana, that is needless to say. But when you have noticed that even proper analytical thinking gives rise to stable meditation absorption on the nature of reality, then you are making marvelous efforts to accomplish the union of samatha, calm abiding, and vipassana, special insight. I, the yogi, have practiced it in that way. When you have unified methods and wisdom through cultivating a space-like experience of emptiness in meditation, and the illusions-like experience of emptiness as post-attainment, you will be praised as someone who is perfecting the conditions. Having understood that, those with good fortune to practice the Dhamma should not be content with one-sided path of practicing only method or only wisdom. I, the yogi, have practiced it in that way. dealing with the need for Tantra. Having developed in this way the common path that is necessary for the two supreme paths of casual perfections and resultant Tantra vehicles, relying on the learned captain for protection, I have embarked on the ocean of Tantras, making use of his perfection oral instructions. I made good use of his human life of freedom and connection. I, the yogi, have practiced in that way. This can be cited in the 5 abbreviated points of the graded path, TOA, 5279, verse 59. That ends the perspective of Vajrayana tradition from chapter 6. As we move forward on the next one into chapter 7 from the Theravada tradition, ethics, Sila. This is a common Buddhist text, guidance and insight from the Buddha. Chief Editor, Dr. Pratmaha Dhamma Kosajan.